21. Sotu.
Episode 21,
21.
mate. 21. We're now adults. That's exciting. The big 2-1.
What?
Big 2-1. 21, mate. 21, you get the key.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some people get a key at 18.
Really?
Yeah.
It must be a.
Anyway, episode 21.
21, here we are. Good to go. Some
great finals this weekend.
Folks.
Junior grand finals were unreal. That was on Saturday down in Southern Suburbs.
What a treat! First game off the rank, and the under 12s were just spectacular.
Yeah.
Wow, the ball going, edge to edge. Tackles across the board, everybody blown away by the skill of those two teams. So, congratulations to the teams, congratulations to the coaches.
Yeah,
what a cracker.
In fact, congratulations to all those teams playing through finals and those making the junior grand finals. Look, let's step on to some of the results from the weekend. And we were just mentioning that, so the under 12s grand final there was a draw at full time.
Yes.
Collegians Brighton 21 each. So that then results in an extra 10 minutes of play.
Yes.
The end of 10 minutes, still a draw at 21 each. So that gives Old Collegians
and really exciting. So Old Cole scoring 21 points in the first half, and Brighton scoring 21 points in the second half.
Yeah.
So just ridiculous there. That definitely a game of two halves.
Oh, that's right. And look, I mean, from I don't know, quick personal story. There was a grand final I was involved in 1997, maybe
42. Yeah,
40. Come on, maybe no, not 97, 2007. Anyway, which it was a grand final, was a draw at full time, so we played the extra 20 minutes, which is our Premier 1. Still a draw at the end of that, so we played an extra 5 minutes of golden point, and still a draw at the end of that, but we won it because we were higher on the table going into it.
Yeah.
But was the longest game of rugby I've ever been involved in.
Couldn't walk for 2 weeks after, but yeah.
So look, unreal for those under 12s there. Interesting in that, and this is a good point for teams going into their finals this weekend as well, is make sure you know your laws, including those little law tricks and tips and things like that.
The variations for the different age groups.
Particularly for the under 12s. I mean, not that this would apply to any other grade, but the under 12s, not permitted to drop kick for points.
Correct. No, well, you can drop kick, but it's not going to count for anything.
And there's no penalty goal kicks either.
All right.
There's no 3-point conversion.
Yeah, set it up, go for posts or whatever.
Yeah. So we did see in the dying seconds of that match in extra time, Brighton had gone for the drop goal, even after being told by the referee that it's not permitted in under 12s. Went for the attempt, missed it, so it didn't cause any confusion or anything. But even if he struck that drop goal, would have been for naught. Yeah. Yeah, but look, interesting in there. So, well done to those under 12s teams. I think that was a fantastic. Fantastic game, and really set the standard for the day.
Awesome, really. Everybody was pumped for the rest of the day.
And a great photo, actually. Maybe we'll throw out that photo now. I think it was in Roosa Community. Alex Woolman got a nice shot there after the presentation.
The two teams together.
Both teams up on the stage together, which just shows the magic of what that final
Absolutely
really was. Really great to see. Right, in the under 14s, Brighton being the winners in that over Burnside, pretty convincingly, 43-7. Brighton were also the minor premiers. They were undefeated all year.
They've been dominant all year. It's a really, really good team, and they're very proud of what they've achieved.
Yep.
And following it through with the grand final win. So
well done.
Congratulations to you guys.
In the under 16s, Onkaparinga and Burnside just pipping it there by 3 points at the end.
The lead changed there about 3 or 4 times during the game. Right. That was something else. I was reffing that game. It was fast. It was furious. It was exciting. It was everything you want from a final. And they were really. It was a really great game to be a part of.
And you were the match official for that one. In
Correct.
fact, I just want to quickly mention for the under 12s, Kalen Dowdle in his first year of officiating matches in the middle there. The under 12
and
grand
got a grand final.
Really well done as well.
Did a great job.
Great job.
Absolutely.
So Burnside, back to the under 16s match, Burnside there were minor prems on points differential.
Yes.
In the under 16s. Because remember there was the top 3 teams are all on the same points.
Yes, yeah.
On the table there. And Burnside did it the hard way through finals. Got the loss in the first week, so played the second week.
Yes, so Onka's won that first finals weekend for the straight through,
But have gone through to pick up that win. Now, there was a bit of maybe sideline controversy or misunderstanding there as well. So we discovered during that match, so the scoreboard, big scoreboard that we had there.
When we've got showing the scores,
we've got wireless connectivity and stuff to it. Well, I hope the scoreboard was showing the scores and not something else.
You never know,
But as it turned out, the laptop which was running the scoreboard software, so not our laptop, but the scoreboard software laptop, decided to do a Windows update during the match.
Right in the middle of the game.
Yeah, which really impacted on the connectivity and having the accurate scores and stuff like that up there. So we were quickly trying to fix that in the background there, including talking with the scoreboard guys and things as well. But I understand from you as the match official there, you'd had a discussion with players on the pitch.
Correct. Yeah, I know there was obviously the score at 22-19, but the scoreboard had it differently.
Yeah.
But just a couple minutes before the end, we had a scrum down in the Burnside 22, and we had a discussion with the team actually there. Well, just before we went into the scrum, and they had a bit of back and forth about what's the score and scoreboard's not right, blah blah. And I looked it up and I was like, no, that's not okay. It's actually I said it's 21-19, and they said no, it's not, it's 22-19, and I said okay, well there we go, 22-19. Sorry, got my quick maths wrong there. So the teams on the field, there may have been some sideline confusion and whatnot, and
equally the managers for each team, they're still using Rugby Explorer to score the games as well, so they would have had the accurate scores
the Rugby
at their disposal as well.
Fair enough.
So the score, but we've taken steps leading into the senior grand finals this weekend to prevent that from happening, because I know it causes some confusion.
Absolutely.
And people get a bit emotional and high tension,
and that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But the players out there on the pitch,
so we'll do all our updates.
What was going on.
Do all our updates on Friday, so it's not going to be our fault if it does happen.
And we've got some backups and stuff in plan as well, which is good.
Yeah.
Right, on to the 18s there. Brighton defeating Burnside 39-22. So Brighton again, also the minor premiers, travelling through the under 18s competition. Only lost one match all year.
Yeah, very, very well done to them. It was an exciting game. It was fun. It was, anything could have happened, and they pulled it through. So congratulations to that team.
Well done there. And look, let's talk about it now. We had penciled it in for later on, but I'm just going to shuffle our order around a bit. NRC was off the back of the under 18s grand final.
Great to have those teams down and have a professional game down in Adelaide.
Yeah. And look, well attended. It was great to see everyone there watching some professional rugby and things like that. A lot of hard work has gone into the background and things there. Shout out to Southern Suburbs for the whole day. In fact, all of the work that goes into the background with all of their volunteers and things there just makes it run much more smoothly.
Massive effort. There's always a massive effort. Early mornings and late nights and whatever have you. And with the NRC guys staying around till after the
both
Australian
teams,
game.
Yeah, Melbourne Rising and New South Wales Country Eagles.
So, stayed in the club rooms till the end of the Wallabies game, which was fantastic. Really good to have them stick around and be able to have a catch up and a chat and whatever have you. So really, really good.
So it was awesome. It was unfortunate that Rising went down. I think it was 29-19 in the end.
Correct.
But some pretty exciting footy in there. A couple of intercept tries and all of that.
Some end-to-end stuff. It was really, really good. Yeah.
And another shout out to Dave Webb as well, getting his cap for his commentary on Live to Fox
Sport gig. So did a great job too. Yeah, I mean he always does, doesn't he? So it was really good.
Okay, so look, let's move on to then Sunday of just gone.
Yes, so senior elimination finals,
or semi-finals, as people may call it as well. So these were played at North Torrens. We travelled down to Dry Creek there to have these matches. So the first one of the day in third grade, Old Collegians defeating Brighton in the third grade match, which means that in the grand final we'll have Onkaparinga versus Old Collegians for the grand final, kicking off at 8:40 on Saturday morning. And if we cast our minds back to the minor rounds, the table at the end of the minor rounds, Onkaparinga were the minor premiers by 3-point differential. So competition points were even. 3-point differential gave Onkas the minor prem. So this is going to set the standard for our grand finals.
Hopefully we have the same kickoff as we did for the under 12s, where the first game of the day is an absolute cracker and really just gets us going.
So really looking
just
forward
touching on that, an early start for the guys, but I have to say, if I was going to choose between an 8:40 start or playing on the the B field.
On pitch 2, yeah.
I'd definitely be choosing pitch 1.
Yeah.
Pitch 2 is a little worse for wear, it looks like. So great to be able to have all the games on pitch 1 this year, and to have a proper field to play on. So really good.
Then next at 10 o'clock will be the reserve grade 2. So Woodville on Sunday just gone, beating Adelaide University 26 points to 14. That means Port Adelaide and Woodville will be that local derby there, but down at Southern Suburbs for those two clubs playing off in reserve grade.
That'll be
good. In reserve grade 1, Brighton just pipping Burnside by 3 points in that match as well on Sunday at North Torrens.
Oh wow!
Another very close game. Yeah, very close as well. So that'll be Old Collegians and Brighton playing off this Saturday in the reserve grade match. Moving on to the women's, probably not surprising to see this result for the grand final being Adelaide University and Southern Suburbs.
Top two all year.
They've
really, Southern Suburbs I think have only lost to Adelaide Uni this year.
I think that's going to be great. But the Bunnies, Burnside really put it to Southern Suburbs as well. It was very close there until the last maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, South scoring that last try to just go ahead. So that's really exciting game.
So it's a good game there. In Premier Grade 2, Woodville getting over Adelaide University there, 37-27. So the Premier Grade 2 match will be a Port Adelaide and Woodville. So
Premier 2 and
Premier 2
2.
Reserve. Yeah, so we'll call it Reserve 2 and Premier 2 are both Port Adelaide and Woodville matches. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then in the Premier Grade match, Burnside getting over Old Collegians on Sunday just gone at North Torrens, right? Yeah. So that'll give us a Brighton Burnside grand final. I think that's a rematch of last year's grand final.
Yes, it is indeed. So that'll be really exciting to see,
and that'll be a great culmination to not only the 15 season, but to the day on Saturday, but to the 15 season as well.
Absolutely,
the seniors grand finals there. So once again, congratulations to all of those teams who not only competed through finals, but for those making it to the big dance coming up on Saturday.
Fantastic, isn't it?
And look, really looking forward to that one.
Can't wait.
So look,
we also rounded out the youngsters.
Yes.
This weekend, so the under 6s to the under 10s.
Yeah, we had Junior
Gallaudet over across at Port Adelaide.
Yep.
Sunday morning, which was really good. It's just the little ones all running around, so that's really cute.
It's not for points, not for trophies or anything like that. It's an opportunity for all of those clubs with those age grades to come down together and have some fun.
And just have a fun morning, run around, play some rugby, enjoy themselves. We had the music playing, and like during warm-ups, sometimes some of them even during the game, dancing along with the music and just having an awesome time. So really good energy and really good morning by everybody. Rory did the medal presentations for all the little ones. He's great with the little ones. He really is. It was a lot of fun and good excitement. So thank you to everybody who got involved there. And we had a little bit of sideways rain for a bit, but otherwise it was beautiful. There was actually half the time sun was out. So thank you to everybody who was involved and getting involved and having some fun. Yeah,
and I think also a shout out to North Torrens for hosting that Sunday elimination finals. Again, nothing too difficult for them. They ran their bars and barbecues and all the catering and stuff, had all the pitches set up, everything was pretty pristine, and they kept that running. And also then to Port Adelaide.
And to Port Adelaide too,
taking on the Junior Gallaudet there. And again, it's the effort and the work that happens with those volunteers at those host clubs that allows these sorts of events to run really smoothly, because people are there to enjoy themselves.
Correct.
A lot of work goes in behind the scenes to make that happen. So thank you very much to those host clubs.
So much planning and effort, and not just on the day, but also
leading into it. Yeah, correct. All right, so that rounds out our weekend of finals. This was really kind of 4 big events if you break it down in 2 days, right?
It was a busy weekend, mate. I think you could have anybody probably could have been able to pick that if they saw any of us on Sunday night.
Probably. But look, it probably brings us on to changing the pace and things like that. So today we're in a recording. We recorded on a Tuesday. You lovely folks will see this on Friday afternoon, just before we kick off our senior grand finals. But today being the 10th of September, is recognised as Suicide Prevention Day.
Yes.
So we want to take a moment to...
And September actually Suicide Awareness Month.
Correct.
So, big month around mental health.
Yeah. And so, I think it's worth spending a couple of moments and talking about some of this sort of stuff, because it's a prevalent reality that we have in society, more broadly.
Sadly, it is. Yeah. Sadly, it is, and something we really do need to deal with more. Yeah. I think talk about more and some of those I've gone and tried to educate myself a little bit more around how prevalent this issue is, and apparently as we see it at the moment in terms of Australian Bureau of Statistics and places like Black Dog Institute and things like that, that suicide is our leading cause of death in Australia for people aged between 15 and 44. So you're more likely, if you're in that age grade, to potentially end your life by suicide than in a motor vehicle accident. That's scary.
Which is scary stuff, and it's incredibly tragic, not only for the individuals who are suffering and find this as their what they feel is their only option,
their only way out,
but the whole ripple effects that has to their family and their friends and their community and everyone around them, right?
Very much so.
And when we look at that as well, I mean, it's 3 times more likely in males than females. So it's not saying that females aren't impacted at all. I mean, it's just as important for the awareness.
Absolutely.
But also, and this one surprised me a bit, that the rate of suicide is twice as much in Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
Oh, right.
When compared to non-Indigenous Australians.
Yeah.
So, so some important figures and stuff there. So that raises our awareness when we hear those sorts of things, but it then starts to pose the question of, well, what can we do?
Particularly in an environment where we're looking at ages 15 to 44, that's a massive chunk of our playing population.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's huge. That's all of us out there at the moment, and all our mates and all the guys guys and girls that we're playing with.
Yeah. And not only players, but spectators and former players and parents and club volunteers and life members and all of these sorts of things, right? Yeah. This is something that I actually picked this up from a school through our development stuff, but they talk about having kind of 3 broad social areas of somebody's life. There's your home life, where there's people that obviously live with at home, whatever that structure looks like. There's your work, or if you're a younger person, your school, social environment. And then this third environment, which is really your community or your extracurricular activity.
What you do outside of those other 2.
Which could be, it could be sport, which is a big one for a lot of people, or it could be dancing or painting or volunteering at something, whatever it might be, right? So what's important, I think, for us to recognise is that for all of us, we're going to have a home environment, somewhere where we put our heads down at night, and we're going to have a work or a school environment. But this community environment that we've got at the end of a rugby season now, that can sometimes disappear a bit for a number of months. And so if there's issues going on in one of the other 2, then you've only got one source of kind of stability. Right?
Yeah, and really important, that one where a lot of us in the environment, if there's something sort of not working at home or not happy at work or whatever it is, we tend to withdraw from the third one to try and fix that, and it kind of throws that into instability sometimes. So important to keep that balance through your life too.
And so, I mean, when we look at, again, I'm taking this from the Black Dog Institute website, they talk about some of the causes of suicide, and very complex. It can be a range of things for people, but some of the factors that can contribute to it is stressful life events, like you were talking about, or mental or physical illnesses, and things like drugs and alcohol and whatnot. But they also provide, by contrast, some protective factors that can help make us more resilient and reduce that. And that's things like supportive social relationships, a sense of purpose, which people can often find if they're a player at a club or even a volunteer at a club. There's something I've got to go and do.
Something of value that
a family harmony, positive connections, and things like that as well. So, look, with all of this in mind, and we wanted to talk about it a bit, but we'd encourage clubs that, while it's been a massive 15 season, and that's kind of our core rugby offering, there's national programs that we can support clubs with in things like Touch Sevens, which is purely a socially based
And it's a lot of fun, and you can play with your kids, you can play with your partners, you can everybody just get out there.
If you're at Junior Gala Day on Sunday morning, Touch Sevens is kind of like Junior Gala Day for adults and for families, right? You know, have the music playing, you know, there's food and drink and stuff around. You come and play some rugger and have some fun, right? And it creates those connections. But even if you're not doing one of these nationally recognised programs like a Touch Sevens or a Get Into Rugby program or something like that, I'd encourage clubs to, you know, keep their community in connection, whether it's every 2-3 weeks, right? You know, let's do a Saturday afternoon, family, arvo.
That's it. Throw a barbecue out there and get everybody around just to catch up and keep those connections strong and going.
Yeah. And you know, keep an eye on your mates, you know, through that, you know, guys and girls, you know, young and old, you know, stay in touch with them, you know, see what they're up to, you know, go down to the beach for the afternoon together, you know, as a team or as a club or whatever it might be. But we'd encourage you to do that and just create some of that awareness and things around it in your own clubs. And
for sure. Definitely.
Well, let's change up the pace a little bit. We also talked about off the back of the NRC. We said both the teams hung around at Southern Suburbs. Southern Suburbs hosted dinner for everyone there.
That was really good.
Watched the Wallabies Samoa match.
Fantastic game.
Got to win. Nice to get a tick there.
Absolutely. Ready to go into the World Cup.
But we had
confidence.
Yeah, we had a former South Australian player playing for Samoa.
Yes.
UJ Satini.
So awesome to see him running around.
Unreal. And he's part of the World Cup squad as well.
Correct. Going to Japan. So
congratulations there to UJ.
Congratulations to UJ.
Unreal there. And we also throw in there Mr. James Hilterbrand.
Yes.
Cecil, as he's otherwise known.
Indeed. Former Brighton player.
Been selected for the USA Eagles World Cup squad.
Really exciting.
So he's off to the World Cup as well.
He'll go to Japan too. Awesome.
So if, you know, when you're not supporting, you know, the Wallabies, which everyone out there I know will be, you know, number one team.
Of course. I mean, we live here.
Yeah.
You know, so absolutely.
Then Samoa and USA are your two backup teams, right?
A couple of local boys out there having a run around. So how good's that?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
We'll let's cover off on some Rooster community.
That's it.
Some
hashtag Rooster community. Yeah, I got it right this week.
You did. Well done.
I've been practicing.
Yeah, okay, good. Rooster community. Some great photos that have come through there. Again, awesome Alex Wilburn throwing up some great snaps.
Yeah, doing a good job.
So thank you very much. But equally, you know, a lot of other people throwing up
for sure
some fantastic
Rory
shots as well.
Taking a bunch of pictures at the Junior Gala for us for Rugby Union SA. So some good work by him.
Yep. So we'll flash a couple of those photos up there coming on there if they're not already up there.
Some great pictures out there.
A few from NRC as well.
Yes.
The pitch preparation came up fantastic in Southern Suburbs.
It was really good, wasn't it? With the what's it called? The logo out there in the middle of the field and the setup run. Really, really fantastic.
So that was cool. So thank you everyone who was involved in those and taking those photos. Keep them coming in for grand final day on Saturday.
Should be a bunch of those, and not necessarily just on the field, but off the field too. Let us know what you guys are up to. It'll be good to see.
And for this, I'll just close off with on Saturday because we've got the early start on Saturday, the 8:40 game. I know that Southern Suburbs will be putting on breakfast will be available at the clubs. They'll have bacon and egg burgers for sale.
It's gonna be good.
Tea and coffee will be pumping there. So don't stop at Macca's on your way to the game.
Come pick it up there.
Get down to the pitch. Come and buy yourself a brekkie feed while you're down there and get into the rugby for the day.
For sure.
Unreal.
Looking forward to it.
I really am.
Oh, and also, quick thank you to Souths for putting us up Friday night.
Yes, accommodation there, A1.
The old sleepover, which is good.
Yeah. And we'll be back this Friday.
That's it. Yeah.
Tonight, actually, while you're all watching this.
Yeah, we'll be
cuddling in.
Well, probably not. We're probably still setting up, to be honest. But that's all right. We'll get there. We'll get it done.
Very good. Look, I hope to see everyone who's seeing this down at finals on Saturday, the senior finals. If there's somebody who who doesn't have anything on, drag them along to finals as well.
Bring them down. It's going to be a cracker of a day.
Be unreal. We'll see you there.
Good luck.